Or howdy y'all, Kyle Blood here, coming at you with another video. And today, you know what, I was actually thinking on an interesting thought. Why don't we bring life stories? We had one life story already, and that turned out to be actually pretty damn good. So why not let's do a life story part 2, alright? So life story part 2, this is going to be a life story of how I got caught selling marijuana in school. Yes, back, last year I got expelled from school for selling marijuana, boys. Yeah, you're right, marijuana. Alright, so let's go ahead and start how the day was. So the day started out by me, I woke up in the morning, my friend hit me up for a bag, and I said, no, fuck it, why not, sure. So I, packaged it, did whatever I needed to do. Then I decided to go on the bus. I left my house, brought my pop, whatever the fuck I wanted. And I went to the bus stop, okay? Went to the bus stop. Me and them both got on the bus, okay? Me and them both got on the bus, it was like last year. And, I just kind of set in his bag, and I guess someone saw, or, he was running his mouth or something. I really don't know what the cause of me really getting caught is, but all I know is that it's his fault, not mine, his fucking fault. Alright. So, my day goes on, and we actually had an orientation for something, and we had to go over to the building next door. I went over to the building next door, had a, great morning, it was a fantastic morning. I had $40, $20, however much I got. I had everything, man. I was feeling good that morning. I was having a snazzy day. I was having a snazzy day. Alright, so then, time goes on, then it goes into my third hour period, I get it passed down to the office, and I'm like, no. I go down to the office, and right as I'm going down there is the detective and 3 APs blocking all the doors and shit, making sure I couldn't leave or anything. So then I was like, well, I guess I'm getting fucked over. So then, I walked in his office and said, alright, so you know what you're in here for, right? And I'm like, nope. And he's like, so you sold marijuana to some kid. And he obviously said his name. I don't really want to say names here. And I was like, no, I really didn't. And then he's like, are you sure? We have footage of it. And then I was like, oh, fuck, man. And then I pretty much said, yeah, I sold it. Yeah, it was me. Oh, man, my fucking heart dropped. Oh my gosh, it was bad, guys. You do not know how scared I was. I was scared shitless if I was going to get expelled, if I was going to get suspended, what would happen, basically. And, I was freaking out, man. So was the other kid. The other kid was freaking out just as hard as I was. So then, sorry, just fixed it. Alright, so then, pretty much they searched my pockets, took my money, took my phone, pretty much just fucking completely sagged for everything I had, and, searched me, ran me down for anything else. And then pretty much got interrogated. I said, well, I sold kids to it. I pretty much sold drugs to it. I can't say anything. I sold drugs to a kid on the bus. And I was like, oh. I was really regretting it, man. And then pretty much what happened is that detective called me down. The detective was actually really cool, He was a really nice man. I really loved this guy. Me and him had a good relationship, and he pretty much just let me off. He said he was gonna charge me and everything, and I guess if he did file his case or whatever, I don't know what happened. I never had gone to court yet or anything. Most that happened at the time was me getting expelled. Yes, I got expelled, and I had to go to secondary school, but before my expulsion, I was in DMLC and out of school for 10 to 12 days ish. I was out of school for a good period of time, not learning shit. And basically, what happened in all the end is that me getting fucked over, but I never got charged. I was only expelled, and then 6 months later, guess what happens, guys? I get unexpelled. Literally, I get to go back, or not crap. What school did I go to? I don't remember. But guys, I gotta go back to the school I went to, and it was lit. I was so happy I never made that mistake again, and I hope I never do. If you guys would like more life stories, obviously this was just a quick life story. I didn't really know what to say. This was literally just on my mind now, and I decided to tell you guys. If you guys want more life stories, I have a lot more of me getting in trouble, to me almost getting hit by a bat, to stoned adventures with friends, to me getting lost, to me getting abandoned. Anything you guys want to hear about, let me down in the comments. Obviously, like the video, subscribe if you enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. See y'all later. Yeehaw!